Alrighty, welcome everyone to our first episode in what I hope to become a bit of a weekly series in which I will pick a tank in game and run through some production history as well as a few key talking points to get better acquainted with the tank itself before we take it out into a battle and just go and tear it up a little bit. So today, as you can all see, we are starting with what is probably one of the most iconic tanks of all time. That is the Soviet T-34. So, this little guy here, which he's not too little, it's quite chonky actually, but anyways, so the T-34 was developed as a mainstay replacement kind of all-encompassing, one-size-fits-all sort of deal for the current existing Soviet BT series and the T-26 tanks, the T-34 and its later development, the 3485, which I will give its own video at some point later on down the line, just because there's quite a bit of separation there between the two in terms of their operational effectiveness kind of thing. Is, as some of you may know, the most manufactured tank of World War II, if you include all of its variants and everything that uses its chassis, including the 34 itself, 3485, the Su-85s, Su-100s, those guys there. So over 80,000 of them were actually constructed throughout the course of World War II and a little bit afterwards as well, with quite a few of those. It's also the most defeated tank of the war. Nearly 50% of those numbers were lost either to German guns, enemy fire, bombing raids, those types of things, or mechanical issues as well. It was quite unreliable when compared to its German contemporary counterparts. So early production of the T-34 started in 1937 with a prototype initially designated as A-20 due to the 20mm front plate that it had originally. This was tested a little bit here and there, but it kind of stalled and production wasn't really approved or put into practice due to the outbreak of the Japanese border war there with Russia, where the Japanese Type 95 Hago light tanks, this little guy here, in all of its teeny tiny glory, comprehensively spanked the Soviet BT series of tanks and the T-26s, simply because the gun was vastly more effective and the tank itself was put together a lot better. The BTs, T-26s, the welding was very, very poor quality. Their engines were still using petroleum for fuel, so they were highly flammable. And of course, as was prevalent throughout the rest of World War II, at least in the early stages for the Red Army, they didn't have a whole lot of coordination or communication just due to a lack of radios and, various abilities to communicate with one another across the battlefield. The Hagos didn't have that really either, but, the Japanese were quite a bit more disciplined than the Russians were. So after the fighting at Khalkhin Gol and Lake Khasan, Russians went home with their tail between its legs due to a humiliating defeat there. It didn't really go too well for them, honestly. Mikhail Koshkin, the guy who originally was working on the A-20 prototypes there, went to Joseph Stalin to request that he be allowed to continue working on the prototypes because he did have an idea that he had been working on, the A-20, and then he wanted to kind of see that through to its completion and give us what we eventually know today as the initial T-34 here in 1940. He named it as such rather creatively when he thought up the design initially in 1934. So these prototypes that they had completed there in 1940, they had two of them that they marched up to the Kremlin to, begin demonstrating there. Took the harsh lessons that they learned in Khalkhin Gol, Lake Khasan, gave them much thicker armor, much better guns, as we can see here in the form of the 76mm L11 cannon initially. They had much better welding. Production quality was a lot higher compared to their previous machines, though still rather substandard compared to the other contemporary superpowers of the time, Germany especially. And of course, they had a more powerful engine that ran on diesel rather than the highly flammable petroleum that they were using previously. So that resulted in quite a bit higher survivability rate and reliability compared to their previous machines, though still, as I said, quite lacking compared to contemporary counterparts. And though they still did suffer from some of those issues, as does any military hardware, because, as we all know, all military equipment is produced and manufactured by the lowest bidder. The T-34s did still prove themselves very, very capable right at the early stages of the war, and continued to remain the backbone after incremental upgrading with the advent of, better systems, better turret rotations, those sorts of things, and then the 85mm gun a bit later on. They remain the backbone of the Soviet armor throughout the entirety of the war. And during Operation Barbarossa, which was the initial German assault there into Russian territory, the Germans actually did find that their standard anti-tank weapon, the 37mm PaK-36 that they were using at the time, right there at the beginning, had absolutely no chance of going through this lovely, lovely sloped 45mm plate. As you can see there, that's given us an effect of over 80mm in some places, and just super, super tough nut to crack, especially at any type of range for those smaller German guns. This did force them to kind of have to, roll out some much more larger weapons, which were rather unwieldy in the harsher Russian terrain. So all of this kind of attributed to a slowdown in the advance of the German forces, among other things, of course, which prevented them from being able to take Moscow before Russia hit, which was Hitler's initial plan, and knocking Russia out of the war, early so they could focus back on the Western Front. But this did allow the Red Army to kind of recollect themselves, reaffirm everything, and come back stronger and harder during the winter months, and especially after the winter months, resulting in probably one of the greatest comebacks of all time. So, some key points to note there for the T-34 is that while they weren't usually put together well, this wasn't done as a result of any poor craftsmanship on the part of the Russian engineers. They were actually quite intentionally produced to a substandard degree, as it allowed for much higher production numbers, and the life expectancy of a tank was quite short regardless. So they did tend to kind of approach it there with you're going to get knocked out eventually anyways, so why bother to put the time and effort into making it look good? This did kind of subscribe to the Soviet stereotype that if you throw enough men at the bullets, the enemy will eventually run out of bullets. Just, keep throwing more tanks at them. Even if the tank's not the greatest thing in the world, we've got metal to spare. Another commonly perceived drawback of the T-34 and most Soviet and Russian tanks in general is their general lack of gun depression. We can see here, I got -5 degrees of gun elevation there, so can't really point the gun down too far. Some later models did kind of fix this a little bit. I think the 3485s might have 6 degrees. I'd have to double check there. But it was really down to two key factors there. So the first being that Russia itself is exceptionally flat for the most part, so there's no real need for much negative gun elevation or any general gun elevation in general. The second is that the Russians actually used up all of their depression during the 3 consecutive back-to-back revolutions spanning the first third of the 20th century, so they didn't have any left over for their tanks, unfortunately. Kind of had to make do without. All in all, though, T-34 and its variants proved highly effective in all of their roles and played no small part at all in defeating Nazi Germany. It's also been used in almost every major conflict of the 20th century, including the Korean and Vietnamese wars on the parts of North Korea and North Vietnam. And some countries, such as Guinea, for example, still field some T-34-85s to this day, though in smaller numbers, and usually in a reserve or more of a training role there. So that pretty much wraps up the general history lesson spiel there. How about we grab the 1942 as well as the E, which has some additional armor plating there on the front to take that 45 up to an equivalent of 60 in a lot of places, and then counting the angling and everything like that, you're generally looking at about 100 millimeters thickness if it hits those overlapping plates. Kind of have them, all 3 of them here as backups there. So let's take them out into battles and show them off in action. Alright, so welcome to Finland. This guy's got the wrong camo. Not sure what the deal with that is, but You'd be better off just being the dark green, bro. You're going to be way easier to spot. But hey, you do you. Looks like we're on the Allies team this go around. Ooh, this is pretty much historically accurate, with the exception of the fact that Sweden is included and they're actually taking part in any of the fighting. Because Sweden always does the neutral thing. Except for when they sell iron ore to the Axis powers, but we're not going to talk about that. We like Sweden too much now. They gave us IKEA, so we're not allowed to badmouth them. I'm going to swing wide. I'm going to go to the ice. Almost never go to the ice anymore. And I don't know why. There's no real reason for that. The ice is a pretty good place to be. That's probably an R3 on the A point. Where are you at, Mr. R3? He just killed the Sherman. No, killed the ASU. Sherman just put a round in him, though. Yeah, it took him down. Perfect. Smoke screen up front. Post up here. What's up? Nice. I don't think he would have had the gun depression to shoot me, even if he could get it around in time. Is that something over there? No. Okay, I'm just seeing things. Oh. Couldn't get the gun up quick enough. There is a tank right there, though. What are you? Stug 3. Sherman got him. Nice, well done. I'm going to keep a very, very sharp eye out for that R3 that I just saw. There he is. Get out of here! Gotta shoot center of mass again? Yeah, that gets him. Oh my gosh, did he end me or was that spalling? We're going to get off the point now because there's all of the artillery raining down. Nope, there goes my track. I needed that, Gaijin. We no longer have the advantage. You know, when they said they were buffing artillery, I didn't expect it to just become slightly more of an annoyance than anything. It's, you know, it still doesn't kill anybody. All it does is track people. It slows them down for 10 seconds and then, you know, you're back moving again. But whatever. I guess it's better than it doing literally nothing. Some kind of heavy tank that this Sherman's fighting. I wonder what that could be at this BR. Heavy tank might be something Italian? Does Italy have a heavy tank down this low? No, I don't think they do. Ow! He pulled that trigger on the move. Alright, so we got the T-34E out now. We'll head back down to where we were before. Hopefully this time without getting dookied on by a Cheeto. I think they're going to be pushing towards Alpha, so I'll try and get a bit of an overlook position right here. I don't think it's the greatest spot to be, but we'll see what happens. I haven't used it in a long time, so I can't remember what sort of field of vision it gives you. Cheeto late just killed the Avenger as well. It is acceptable, actually. You can see the A point. Can't see anything to the right of the A point. Let's get rid of that tree. Okay. Yeah, this is a good spot, actually. We'll hold here and wait for them. Panzer Fort. Good hit, but no pen. Let's go for the Cheeto instead. That's pretty much a guaranteed penetration. No, he's backed off. A little bit higher there. Got him. Panzer IV's down. Good shot. Good shot. Cheeto knows where I'm at, I think. That'll get him. Nice. think there was 3 of them in total, so I'll move forward, but I'll keep an eye out. Because there was still that heavy tank as well. The team is not doing so hot on any of the other flanks. That's a plane. It's probably going to be a revenge bomb from that Cheeto. Oh, hello. No penetration. What even is that? Oh, KV-1C. Yeah, that'll do it. And that would be the heavy tank. Ow. Okay, so I think that the A point has effectively been lost. I'm going to drop some RD around where that KV-1's at, but I don't expect it to really do anything. This is going to be a loss if the team doesn't push up. Oh. What's up, little guy? Breach is busted. 20-second repair. That's not nice. Oh, he's got my side now. Go away. No, that's it. This one's over. Boys and girls, welcome to Eastern Europe. With nuclear sun, this is where the fun begins. Oh, hello, Mr. Bretta. I didn't even see you there. Courtesy of the fact that, you know, my computer, as most others, doesn't have a high dynamic range monitor with ridiculous light and dark contrast. You know, I'm not working with an OLED here. So, thanks, Gaijin, for blinding me. Look at this R3 just bombing it around the map like an absolute madman. Just because it makes it easier for me to see through them. Get rid of them fences there. And this is where we're going to sit for most of this game. What is that? Ooh, enemy Churchill. Will that go through? No, it will not. What if I go a little higher? If I get side turret. I don't have the solid shot rounds either, so... Nope. Not enough mustard to get through that. That hatch right there is a weak spot. If I can snipe it, I might be able to get in. I think it's a weak spot anyway. It is not. That would have pinned if it was. He's moving forward. If I thought I could make it across the river without getting shot in the side, I would try and get behind him, but... Is that another one? Yep, sure is. That one is not ignoring me. He just shot the friendly Puma. He was like, ah! Did that dude just shoot me on the move? And the Churchill pinned me in the front. I don't know how, but he did. I must have went through the machine gun port. That wasn't very cash money of you. This shot's got a bit more pin anyway, so we'll take out the Actually, I wonder if I can get just behind this building, kind of use it as a peekaboo spot. Because it looks like those Churchills are trying to cross the bridge. That they are. There's one of them. Oh, that's my track. I needed that. Alright, you're first, Panzer IV, because I can actually pin you. So, you do me a favor and go away. No pan on that Churchill still. And things are too tough from the front. I'm going to try and get around on the side of him. Hopefully the KV-1s can hold him there. Somebody really ought to shoot his gun out. Oh my gosh, we're capturing A? Look at that T-34-57 flanking around the side there. Still no pin. Stop being so hard to kill. He's just ignoring it too. What a Chad. He's pushed far enough forward now. I should be able to get a shot into his rear. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, that one penned. No pin on the gun. Try that again. Alright, main gun is out. Let's work you over. Go for the engine deck again. See if we can set him on fire. Nope. Alright, what about the neck? Or can I pin where that MG's at? Stop that. Come on, go through. Still too thick. Got his gun back. I don't know where that shell went, but okay. Stop it! I really wish I had brought some solid shot. Yes, give me the side of the turret. Give me the side of the turret. Dang it! And that one didn't pin. Hey, there's a fire. That's what I'm talking about. Now burn. For all of 10 seconds until you put it out. Panzer IV. I don't think he knows I'm here. They got him. Churchill 7 is down. Hey, bud. What? Did my shell really hit that and not... There we go. Stupid volumetric. Give me the gunner back. Give me the gunner back. Good bounce. Good bounce. Get cover. Get cover. Get cover. And safe. Question is, where's he going to go? The wrong way. I guess he underestimated how fast I am? I don't know. That's cute, Chaffee. That's real cute. Chaffee's popping smoke. Bonjour, Mr. Chaffee. There's something else over there. Don't know what it is. Ow, stuck 3G. Where'd you pin at? Ah, that's suspicious. Well, there's a Chaffee and a Stoog on the B point, and I know about where they're at. I'll drop Artie on the back half. Oh, Chaffee's down. Just the Stoog now. And we are down to the snub-nosed T-34. Looks like the T-34E's duking it out with the Stoog there. Hey! No. No pen! Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back to Eastern Europe. Domination battle this time, so a bit more standard than what we're used to. I'm actually going to do the same thing that I did last match, and we're going to cross the bridge here. Post up in that little sneaky spot. I'll move to the side here so you can get going quickly there, Mr. Puma. Just because I'm your friend. I'm going to quite foolishly drive along the outside here, hopefully without getting yeeted from that bridge. And I think we've got the A point captured. My goodness. Whole team's just kind of lemming training right down the main road. So good for them. Now we're going to duck down this side street here now. Hello, wonky lighting. Puma's got a light tank spotted up front. Question is, what is it? Where's it going? I'll keep an eye out. Bad shot, bad shot. Angle armor. I didn't even knock his engine out, I just set him on fire. Okay. Sure, whatever. Take that, I guess. I'll knock your engine out now. See what I mean? This is a really, really good shot. Really, really good shot. Really, really good spot on the normal domination maps. You get excellent side shots into the B point there. Hey! Wasn't very nice. Now I have to fix my breach. Have some Artie. What? Ah, there's an FL11 up there. Call him out for the team before I die. Yep, that's it. That's the only downside about this spot, is if you get flanked, it falls apart very quickly. We'll take the STZ out and see if we can't not only take that FL11 down, but get back in our little spot there. I should be able to see him. Yep, there he is, right there. Really? Stupid fence. Get me killed, why don't you? I don't know where that shot went. I don't know if it was short or long. It was probably short. We'll go a little higher there. It was. Oh, got his cannon barrel. Perfect. That'll give him a back off if nothing else. Ah. That was a funky shot. Whatever. He's backing off. I'll call him out again. A lot of enemy casts up now. Hopefully that other T-34 up there knows about him now. Oh no, sorry, Panzer IIIM. Hey, you stop that. Get out of here with your 7.7s. Your rifle caliber machine guns do not scare the mighty T-34. I think he's got his gun back up. Panzer IIIM definitely knows he's there now. Get him, Panzer III. Get him! Smack him! Get him again! Ah, Panzer IV F2 got him. No kill assist? Seriously? I only knocked his gun out earlier. Thanks, Gaijin. That's probably that light tank that dude had spotted earlier, too. Didn't even think about it. Alright, so we've got B locked down, so that point, that camping spot's essentially useless now. So we're going to push farther forward. I think that M4's found himself a friend to play with. Yes, he has. Already took him down. Well done. We slipped through here. Nope, didn't quite cut the wheel fast enough. Anybody else, Mr. Sherman? No? You got the waterway covered. I'll keep an eye out over here as I push forward. I think we'll probably be mostly clear from the left, honestly. Every time I hear an aircraft engine, it freaks me out. I'm like, oh, there's an enemy tank nearby. But no, it's just a plane. I'll make use of my 4 degrees of gun depression here. Please don't pin my turret. Oh, he missed, thank goodness. Must have rushed the shot. Got lucky there. I thought that M2 was dead, that's why I didn't shoot him. Alright, I'm going to be showing up on their radar here now, but that's fine by me. I am in the mighty T-34. I fear no man. I think we've got this game won. Alright everybody, that's it for the video today. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out. This Saturday I won't be able to stream like I normally do. I'll probably be streaming this Friday in lieu, just because Friday is my day off because I have to work Saturday. But yeah, I'll hope to see most of you out there. Link will, of course, be in the description as always. And thanks so much for being here, everyone. Take care. Peace out. Much love. God bless.